energía. Money.
Today for training.
Let's go, Orlando.
We like the cup. Some clubs like the cup more than other clubs.
Knowing that every tournament that we will play, we want to win it.
It's something special.
Not an easy tournament to win.
You know, we know that this coaching staff has what it takes, and everybody committed to it. So it feels special no matter what.
Nothing to talk about. Win the cup final.
Yeah, it was a long journey. The beginning of the season, we built a fantastic group.
As you are advancing in the phases, you are getting more excited to be part of that final and win it.
As this third round tie kicks off, it is Orlando City playing host to the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
It's not easy to start against a team from a lower division, and there's pressure that comes with that because you don't want to be the team from Major League Soccer that got beat by a lower division team.
Player making his full debut, Thomas Williams, 17 years of age, and has not looked out of place in that back three.
Coach told me a few days before that I was going to start in the game, and I just tried to mentally prepare myself.
For us, it's really important to see the homegrowns playing in such important games and being part of such an important moment for the club. Right? We know that they feel the crest in a different way than everybody else. For them, Explorer Stadium is home. When we see Thomas Williams against Tampa Bay playing from the back with his left foot, with his ability, with his quality.
First foray into the attacking third will come here for Vandervader and forcing Arozarena to tip it over his own crossbar. Michel trying to ride the challenge here. Michel has gotten beyond Guillen. He's pulled down.
The guy was just on my back, and I just tried to stay up as long as possible, and I just fell down, and it was a penalty.
Here's Pato firing Orlando into the lead in this I-4 derby in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Pato scoring a penalty kick goal was a big moment for him, and I actually feel gutted for Pato that he did not get to be on that final because I thought Pato was very important in the U.S. Open Cup run. This was a tournament that he really took charge.
Pereira now trying to pick out Michel from Wagon. Junior Ursa makes it two.
I love to do that box to box, and I see some space to running. This was a good opportunity to score and celebrate with my team. I remember the celebrate I was really happy.
Looking cool as ever, Junior Ursa.
It was an important game for us to get the confidence back.
But they have won the 7th edition of the I-4 Derby, knocking the Tampa Bay Rowdies out of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
That's the 2X.
Eu acho que se portando bem durante os treinamentos, o professor Oscar sempre deixou bem claro que a gente podia, né? Que a gente podia ser campeão da Copa. A gente estava treinando com seriedade, a gente estava querendo se conhecer ainda mais.
It's very important for us because it's a project that started way back, right? So the decision to bring Oscar and this coaching staff. Oscar is a winner, Josema, Diego, Fabian, Cesar Baena. They've won already, and this club needed someone that could bring this culture.
Es algo muy especial porque vinimos a este club con la idea de cambiar. Y cuando decimos cambiar, es cambiar la cultura un poquito, de hacer una cultura más competitiva.
¿Quién descendió? ¿Quién ascendió? ¡No! ¡Te fuiste a la segunda división! Hay que ser campeón en último. ¡No! ¡Buena! ¡Dale! ¡Tú! ¡No! ¡Dale! ¿Cómo se iba a acabar esto? ¿Cómo se iba a acabar? 2-1.
When I have this privilege of working with these people who have a passion and they have a love for the club too and the project.
No, pero ¿qué? ¿Qué te pecho? No quedas el 8 ahí de no sé qué y que no. Ya calentó, Baena. Fabi.
Es muy importante para mí ser importante para él. Un entrenador de fútbol ocupa muchos departamentos y hay que ser bueno en un montón de cosas. Y él lo es.
Without them, it's not that it will be more difficult, it's that it won't happen.
The team moved on to Philadelphia Union, a team that, they ended up being, the best team in the Eastern Conference. But I thought Orlando City caught them in the best possible moment in the season.
Third corner kick for Orlando. Philadelphia have had none. Junior Urso! Best moment of the first half.
I had a slow start in that game. I remember that I was frustrated first half, but then second half I came out and I gave a good ball.
Halliday, 2 options. Urso's getting all the looks. Still there for Kata! And finally they break through. And I wouldn't say they didn't deserve it. In fact, they did.
With Urchin starting things off and Andres finishing off with a banger, it was good to see the boys stepping up.
Kata slips it for Pato. Would this be something if it goes in for a guy who desperately needed one? Andrea Perea from 30 yards away, and Orlando City have a gas. In the lineup. One, and it's unable for him to clear it away, and just like that, Philadelphia bounced back. It is the Scots got inside of Juan, who just came into the game. Everybody up. Goalkeeper is up. Matt Freeze. Lesnes, second header, Wagner! The final play of the match.
It's crazy because when I'm watching up from there, everything just looks so slow. I'm just like, why didn't he play there? Why didn't he play there? But when you're on the field, the intensity is so much different. I don't know. It was good to see the boys just to get the job done.
I'm doing a tattoo.
If
we win the cup, I'm doing a tattoo. Probably here,
like Sergio Ramos.
here, or here.
I don't think you can get a tattoo done in the locker room, but I think that somebody brings in a sheet, I'll do it in the locker room.
I'm taking mine for Luis.
We talked about rivals with the Rowdies, but the Inter Miami, that's the rivalry right now because it's been a rivalry that's been going back and forth. It was an important game.
You stuck frozen while I stay in motion. I'ma pass you up while you stop and smell the roses.
Y ahí ya sabía un poco más de lo que era la rivalidad con ellos. Se hablaba mucho de eso.
Pure devotion, you just dip your toes in, leave you in the past. I was built for the moment. Look,
just about set to kick things off here from Exploria Stadium. There's the whistle, and away we go.
Can't change me, too tame, too focused.
And he'll have a hit, and it's Calendar.
I thought Orlando City was much better during the whole game. They completely dominated. I thought that they had the better opportunities, but their young goalkeeper Calendar had a lot of good interventions, a lot of good saves, and it was difficult for Orlando City.
Here comes the cross, little flicked header, and Calendar. Another really good save, diving to his right, denying Tesho. That is the final touch of regulation. We go to extra time.
And this happens in the game all the time. When you're dominating, you can't put the ball in the back of the net. When you least expect it, you concede a goal.
Cut it back infield, Mota scores! A brilliant strike from Jean Mota! Inter Miami in extra time! They take the lead!
The level of Mason Steidenhart, his quality, his athleticism, that's a goal that, if you ask him, he would save. He needs to save.
Yeah, it was tough because this was, I don't remember the exact minute of it, but it was during the first half of the extra time, and at that point, it's so late in the game, you're like, you don't have enough time, but you got to refocus right in after that. Goal goes in, get the ball back up to the middle, and keep going from there. And obviously, Facu did well to score a goal and get us back in it.
Ese partido, había bastante partido que nos pasaba eso, que veníamos jugando bien y nos pegaban en el mejor momento nuestro, nos pegaban y el equipo como que bajaba. Y ese partido fue al revés, como que nos hicieron el gol y nosotros seguimos concentrados como veníamos. Y nada, justo recibo un pase filtrado que me gusta mucho, tener espacio y poder atacar. Justo recibo el pase y lo veo a Mauri, tiro la pared y cuando voy el defensa no me sigue. Mauri me la devuelve medio exigido, me acuerdo. Pero la pelota me llega y bueno, de ahí ya tenía el recorrido de siempre de ir hacia adentro y era esperar hasta el momento a que pueda patear o dar un pase. Y bueno, encontré el momento de poder tirar al arco y por suerte.
Torres scores! An immediate response from Orlando City! It's 1-1!
This was a moment that was huge for Facundo Torres because yes, he had been very good throughout the season. Yes, we saw glimpses of his brilliance and how he could be a top player. But it had taken him a little while to get going, to get into a rhythm, to be confident. But this game, I thought for me, was the game that just told us, right, he's the guy. He's going to be a guy that's going to take us to the next level.
Fantastic player with a lot of skills, with a lot of confidence.
It's Torres saved! Drake Callender sprawling to make another game-saving stop.
When we were tired, we were stressed, he just gets the ball and say, let me take care of this, let me take care of business. But I think tying the game in the extra time against a rival at home before our fans, that I think put us in a good spot to think that we could move forward and potentially be champions.
Duke in behind, it's McVeigh. Steinuhar in no man's land. Is there a goal? There is not. Deflected up and over.
When I blocked the one, I didn't realize until I looked at it again that it was actually going in the goal. So looking at that now and seeing like if they scored that, we would have been out.
It's headed up, and that is all. 124 minutes gone, and there will be a penalty kick shootout to determine who moves on to the quarterfinals.
I thought that if we were able to get down to PKs, we could definitely win it. When it came to the, whenever we had a Open Cup match, we would do PKs at the end, and there's rarely any misses. Guys will even go twice because no one's missing. So I just knew that we had that in our locker if it came down to it.
Me, I'm a legend when I'm locked in. What's passion?
Duke a slow run up and saved. Steinuhar denies Duke.
We had talked about it before, just waiting. If we weren't too sure exactly what side, just waiting a little bit longer than normal, and obviously that's what I did and got a good read and jump on it and was able to make the save.
And Yedlin skies it. Now to send Orlando City to the quarterfinals.
Can't face me, I'm a legend when I'm locked in.
Pereira scores! Orlando City is moving on!
I think it was when Mauro put that penalty in, it was a big relief. I was like, all right, yes, we're on to the next one.
They win the Battle of Florida, and they will play in the quarterfinals.
Keep going, that's the game, that's the game.
You are the bouncer.
If you ain't on listen, you're subject to get tased.
Say we build a fantastic group, and outside of the field we are like a family, and inside we try to be a family too. Because in those difficult moments we've been all together because we were focused and we were mentally prepared, pushing each other to win this cup.
And the level of the team in that moment was high, very high.
Morning, Junior. Morning. You guys are in great form. How are you feeling going into this the biggest match in the history of the club?
Después me parece que cerró todo, que íbamos a llegar, es el gol en el último minuto de Rodrigo, ¿no? Que estábamos todos atacando con Pedro adentro del arco y dijimos, wow, esta copa está hecha para nosotros.
I was born above the stars with iron in my heart and steel inside my blood. I was made to be the match. The strikes
away to Orlando City, this quarterfinal, the final quarterfinal, is underway at Exploria Stadium in Central Florida.
That Nashville game, very similar to the Inter Miami game, I thought Orlando City dominated. And I thought when they were in their best moment, Hani Mukhtar, which what a player he's been in Major League Soccer, was able to get a goal. And it was difficult for Orlando City. They couldn't break in.
Muil over Sapong Mukhtar! Can you believe it? Somehow he's able to get a touch.
Honestly, I really thought it was over for us at that because, like, you know, Nashville, they're pretty solid in the back.
And here are those numbers. Akindelli in front. Kara denied by Panico off his line.
Siempre que necesitamos, el grupo necesita algo y estoy adentro de la cancha, como vos sabés que yo tengo un ángel allá arriba, que cuando pasan estas cosas le pido a él que nos dé una mano, que tiene que ser esta jugada porque era la última o cosas así. Y bueno, esa pelota me la dejó ahí.
Ball floated forward. Ball bounces in front. It's in! It's in! It's level! It's Sligo!
When the ball came to me, I didn't even see Rodrigo, to be honest. I just headed it, and it just fell right to him, and he scored it, and the rest is history.
His celebration was absolutely amazing.
I don't know, it came from himself, you know, in the moment he was thinking that he was Cristiano.
No, íbamos corriendo y no sabía qué hacer. No sabía qué hacer, entonces, yo veía que venía André acá al costado mío y dije, ya está, la tiro y que se mueran de risa todos. Y bueno, así fue, quedó muy lindo porque hicieron varios memes, esto que me cargaban, no, el vestuario no sabés, cualquier cosa era. Y nada, alegría, no hay otra palabra para describir ese momento.
He did his celebration. That was definitely the moment that I was like, okay, yeah, we're definitely winning this game.
And it will be extra time. Nashville could have ended this. Schlegel assures it continues. And tonight, it'll take penalties. Panico and Galese, they'll decide it.
Na hora que você sabe que é você que vai bater e você vai até a bola, passa uma história na sua cabeça. Não vou mentir que realmente eu acho pra mim que quem não fica nervoso, isso é mentira, porque realmente há um nervosismo, mas é aquele nervosismo bem gostoso.
Carlos, cold-blooded.
Era la primera tanda y yo no conocía mucho a mis compañeros. Mauri me había hablado bastante de los años anteriores, de cómo tiraban, quién pateaba bien. Y nada, fuimos tirando y mis compañeros pateaban muy bien, ellos también, y Pedro estaba muy en buen nivel, teníamos confianza y él nos dijo, hagan los goles que uno al menos voy a atajar.
Eight straight makes. Miller denied! Galese wins it for Orlando! On to the semifinal!
Sabes, el fútbol no es solamente técnica, táctica, entrega, sino es creer.
It was a player's decision. We normally, in our games at home, we don't concentrate the players. We have a very professional group. It was a good sign, and just give us good feelings too about their commitment and their concentration on the game.
Yeah, we could barely think about anything else or sleep at night, and then try to get everybody to be just focused and concentrating on the game. And but you know, at the end of the day, it was great.
They guessed that you played the piano.
We said somebody plays the piano. Who? We said urchin.
When you see, fans show up to a game on a Saturday night and, they get there at whatever, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and 2 hours, 3 hours for a game and they go home kind of thing. Like there's so much that goes into it off the field. There's a lot of people that work really hard. And oftentimes we spend more time with, I spend more time with this group here of, 30 staff and 30 players in this building than I'll spend with my family.
Está bueno que se relajen, está bueno que no piensen en eso porque crea mucha ansiedad.
Pasta?
Shrimp. Thank you.
No hablamos mucho sobre los partidos cuando estamos en la mesa desayunando, almorzando, sino que tratamos de distraernos y si eso nos hace estar más tranquilos. Y bueno, siempre cuando entro a la cancha trato de pedirle a Dios que nos ayude a ganar, que lo hago por mi familia, por mi novia, por todos mis hermanos.
The semifinals against the New York Red Bull, a team that had dominated Orlando City in regular league play 3-0 here at Exploria Stadium, and you thought this was going to be the game. You believed that if they were able to beat the New York Red Bull, they were going to go all the way. At least that's how I felt.
We are set for an enticing matchup tonight.
Victor Rivas does the honors. Here we go in semifinal number 1, the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup.
Aquele jogo contra o Red Bull foi um jogo que no primeiro tempo nos deu um pouco de nervo, porque eles tiveram 2 bolas na trave, se eu não me engano.
Carlos Morgan, bicycle kick hits the crossbar, headed back in front, Galese, brilliant!
Teve mais chances de gol do que nós.
It's most certainly should be 1-0.
Luquinhas ripples the outside of the net. Limala crossing all the way through now. Oh, brilliant! Lewis Morgan does it again. And in first half stoppage time, Red Bulls lead on the road.
Sometimes we are lost in the game and Oscar pushing us and we think, no, we can do that. We are a special player. I think that's the idea. We have to think about us. We have to think we are good. So this is the time to prove.
And New York Red Bulls snatch a 1-0 lead just before half.
Bueno, Josema, justo los días anteriores estábamos practicando y estaba muy bien en los entrenamientos y me dijo que iba a ser convencido de que iba a hacer los goles y bueno, por suerte fui con mucha convicción y la pelota justo me cayó ahí. Yo sabía que cuando Antonio cabeceara la pelota podía pasar por ahí, bueno, justo pega en el palo y vuelve hacia mí y bueno, pude convertir el primer gol que fue un momento muy emocionante.
And the stadium is alive. 1-1.
And what a gut punch right before half for the New York Red Bulls.
Everyone was alive again when Cesar scored the goal. That's when we all had the belief, we were all just going crazy in the locker room saying like, this is our game, we're not gonna let up, we got momentum now. We just had like this confidence. When the locker room came back out and then goals just started coming.
Circulated back, Pereira! It had to be the captain! How he's dreamed of lifting a trophy for this club. He's put Orlando City on the precipice of a final.
The desire to be in the Open Cup final, desire to beat New York Red Bulls, knowing that in the MLS tournament they beat us 3-0 at home and they dominate the whole team. We had the desire to win and to fight to every ball.
Sprung through, Michel kept it alive, taken out of the air! Orlando City through Araujo again! 3-1 up!
O César estava numa noite iluminada, Eu acho que é isso, quando o time se porta bem, quando o time tá concentrado, eu acho que pelo menos a estrela de um vai brilhar, entendeu? E naquela noite foi do César.
Sí, la verdad que no lo podía creer cuando hice el segundo gol y bueno, el equipo tiró una ventaja más importante. La verdad que te diría que fue una noche perfecta.
Urso lines it across. Torres! It's a fourth for Orlando City.
And we start to create probably 6-7 situations, we score 5. Everything what we touched, it was goal, you know.
Facundo Torres for Michel! Oh, he put it in! And the celebration begins for Orlando City. And that is full time. That sends Orlando City to their first Open Cup final.
I think we felt that we really have this thing, not because the final, but because that one game was very difficult and against a very difficult rival, and that's when we felt that we must win this cup.
Every minute lasts the whole day.
The way you think, the way you dream about something, those hours before the game, staying at the hotel, just thinking and dreaming how things are gonna play out.
You try to be calm, right? Because you want the players to be too excited.
I think it was great to be all together. Probably some of the players have a lot of pressure, you know, knowing that probably it's the first final for some of them, and being all together and trying to speak about the game and trying to, some of them, I don't know, playing video games and try to keep the mind out of the final a little bit. It was great. We are a family. We feel like a family outside of the field. We look like a family inside of the field too.
Mauricio, Pedro, Antonio, Urso, tipos que saben cargarse el equipo y las presiones ellos, ¿no?
We know this is about emotions. It's the beauty of this game. It's an emotional game and it's very uncertain, and just to be prepared.
Playing against a team from a lower division comes with a lot of pressure. It was all there for Orlando City. It was sitting on a silver platter. You're playing against a second division team. You're at home. You're full of confidence. You're more talented. And that can have pressure.
Oscar made a point of driving home to everybody that was not the way that we were going to go about winning that game, because they had beaten 3 MLS teams in the run-up to reaching a final.
Tava. A gente sabia que ia ser um jogo difícil. Durante a semana inteira que a gente teve, a gente respeitou o Sacramento. Everybody was nervous, of course, because of the importance of the game, knowing that the whole city have a mobilization around this day.
I was a little bit nervous, not just because the game, because the atmosphere.
So these emotions were there for sure. Not just that one responsibility and take that opportunity to bring the tag to Orlando, but protect this prestige of Major League Soccer being obviously the best league in this continent, yes.
Turning it up, yeah, go. The three sides from different sides of the tracks tonight, starting as equals on a broad stage with a big prize.
First half was a very competitive one.
Not a lot of opportunity for both teams.
Everybody was nervous in the first half, and the game was really ugly, and they was good on the field.
It was a challenge for us to break their defense.
I was scared because if they scored some goals, and then they close the gap, I don't know what's happened in the game.
You're pushing, but any play they can attack and hurt you.
And Malik Foster has a chance. into Martinez.
First half is 0-0. You have 45 minutes left to get the job done. You don't want to leave it to penalty kicks.
Oscar was telling us we don't have nothing after that. We have just 45 minutes. This is our moment.
Então a gente sabia que eles iam vir muito fechados e a gente sabia que precisava bater até abrir.
Hoy día, después de la pandemia, con los 5 cambios también, los detalles, después de los minutos 60, está el 50 del equipo. Hay 5 que no están más y hay 5 la mayoría del tiempo que no están más. Entonces es otro partido que empieza.
Benji Michel comes into the game and he injects the team with a lot of energy.
The change with Benji helped us out just to make more dynamic our attack and then trying to get in behind of their central backs. They were a bit tired too.
Oscar just tells me to press, be dangerous, and get in behind, and here's the goal. So.
You and I, we are not alike.
Michel pressing Connor Donovan. Send it back to Casey. He's in trouble here against Angulo. He's giving it away. It falls for Michel in the penalty area. For Facundo Torres! They score! It's El Cuervo again!
The right moment, Facu and Benji and Ivan, they create this fantastic play and they give us the chance to breathe a little bit.
Sacramento had to come out of their shell, they had to be more aggressive, and then that played into the hands of Orlando City.
Here's Michel, round the goalkeeper. Orlando with a chance to seal it, and back came Dan Casey.
Yeah, this is game time.
Torres leaps up, hits it, scores! Facundo Torres, a brace inside 5 minutes.
We knew that if we had the opportunity to kill them and to score 3-4 goals, we would do it.
Benji, good touch, cuts it back across, it's free! Michel has scored! The backflip, the punctuation mark!
Esta es su segunda casa y lograr lo que hizo Benji, el entrar y ser el impacto en muchos partidos.
Well, I mean, it was us. It was a team. The last goal. If Alcuna didn't play me the ball, then I wouldn't have scored. So, you know, it was team contribution.
It is 3-0 to Orlando, and all that is left to do is wait for the final whistle from Rami Tuchak.
I kind of you just black out like what everybody goes like, hey, you want to work in sports for like those kinds of moments, right?
It's over! History in the City Beautiful! Orlando City have won the U.S. Open Cup! 103 teams start this tournament, and at the end, Orlando City can say they are the best team in America in 2022.
Before that, you always think that many things can happen. So it can come your way or not. After the whistle, the job is done.
For us, it was really special because the year was hard. We cry, we celebrate. We got tired when we celebrate. We was really happy, and for sure we deserve it.
It was just an electric atmosphere all night. Oscar, great coaching job, the whole staff. Luis putting this team together says a lot about this team and the heart. Amazing.
This is for Orlando. This is for all of our fans around the world.
I was the happiest for the players, but also very, very happy for the fans that deserve a winning team, deserve a trophy. It's been through a lot, ups and downs from Orlando City since they came into Major League Soccer, and to be able to finalize the run in such a convincing win, nearly perfect night.
What a moment for the club, the players, the staff, but most importantly for these fans.
Então, eu acho que foi um dos momentos mais felizes da minha vida. Então, esse é o recado que eu tenho para deixar para os fãs, para acreditar na gente, porque o Orlando vai crescer ainda mais e vai dar muito mais alegrias para a gente.
It's not it's the oldest tournament in this country, and it's a very prestigious cup that hundreds of teams want to win it, but Orlando City won it.
E o mais importante é deixar o seu legado, né? Eu acho que depois que ganhamos essa Copa, muita gente vai lembrar da gente como um time vencedor.
Orlando City!
This is definitely well, my best moment in my career so far, just because, you know, I was able to win a trophy with Orlando City, so definitely can't take that back. It's stuck in history. So
we set out at the beginning of the year as one of the goals, and once it started getting closer, we're like, well, you know, this is at a distance that we can actually feel it.
Yeah, I think it's first of all happiness and joy. When you win titles, you win fans too, you know?
There's a long list of people that have pushed the club to be where it is today and, you know, have the expectation of, hey, we should be winning trophies in the MLS era.
But it was a relief of, we have a trophy for the community. We have a trophy for Orlando.
For the fans,
the city,
for the city,
for the whole city.
Sitting on top of the world, I'm looking down on a city of lights. What if only I can see each and every one shining just for me? Take me down to the hollow ground, pick myself up and dust myself down. Take me down to the hollow ground, open up your eyes and see.
I'm a man of word. I pay my promises. I kept my promises in a very good place. And yes, I got a tattoo. I got it the very next day after the trophy.
Oh wow, you wasted no time.
Here in Orlando.